This is a great club. Oh, now it's a holy great club. Well, now it's a holy great club. And let me just say, holy. Yeah, this thing might be the sleeper hit of 1.09, and I could not wait to get you guys both a build of and exploration of this great club weapon. So the great club then is a colossal weapon, and it used to just scale with strength, and it had a locked Ash of War that is Golden Land. Now, Golden Land is a really good Ash of War. It is a slam down, which does do damage and has a hitbox, then an explosion of holy damage around you, and then finally, if that wasn't enough, lots of little sparkly, twinkly stars of death form, and then lightly track and pepper your target. It's all really good, and the 1-2-3 punch is a lot of damage, and it gives you quite an effective spammable ranged option. The issue was, this Ash of War scales with Faith, and the club did not. That has been fixed, and now we have Faith scaling. It's not amazing Faith scaling, but the point is it's there, which means the Golden Land gets amped, and the club itself now comes with default holy damage out the box. Why is this important? Why is this any better than just taking any weapon and then putting Golden Land on it set to Sacred? Well, I'm glad you asked. You did ask, right? Because I'm gonna feel silly if you didn't. Please just say it, okay? I'll make the video a lot better. Because Great Club uniquely, despite being a locked Ash of War, was still weapon buffable. And even post-patch with it gaining holy damage, gaining Faith scaling, it's still weapon buffable. Which means, yes, you can put Blood Flame on it. And yes, Blood Flame and Holy Land used to be broken because the ranged component used to apply Blood Flame. That has been fixed, and we're not using Blood Flame. But it is very exciting that we are getting a new, very unique weapon. There's less than 10 of them in the entire game that come with lightning, fire, holy or magic damage while retaining buffable status. Normally, having one of those 4 damage types by default means that you can never weapon buff it no matter what you do. So this is a recipe for glorious success, as you have more than likely been seeing by the mighty bonks of this Unga Bunga. Seriously, this weapon has become the ultimate Unga with extra faith in the Bunga. So how are we actually setting this up? Well, you know what? We're going all in on that holy damage. We've got this stat setup here leaning towards maximum faith, but we have enough strength so that when we two-hand the weapon, which we'll be doing, we still get to that 80 with the 50% bonus. The rest is as needed to power our incantation choices, have enough health, and all of that good stuff. Armor is fashion, but obviously there is some plus faith helmets, or in my case, the plus vigor, which does help out. And then we have the Erdtree seal for the best pure faith scaling seal. We have talisman-wise Alexander's to power up Golden Land. We have Sacred Scorpion for more holy damage. We have, of course, a Carrion to make the spamming of the Golden Land that much easier on the FP pool because we don't have a lot of mind. And then finally, to top it all off, we have charged attacks because very uniquely, this great club has a unique R2 charged hit. This double long-range, slow wind-up, but massively impactful slam. It's a 2-hit combo, and coupled with this talisman, the wondrous physic containing holy damage and more charged attack damage in PvE against bosses, against chunky enemies, well, this chunks said chunky enemies' health pool, and it really is glorious. So, incantation-wise, of course, we're using Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength, because everyone uses them in everything, because they're ridiculously good, but we also have room for essentially any incantation you want, as we have all the faith. I've got Elden Stars in these clips, and it's fun to combine with the stars from Golden Land, but choose what you like to use. The main catch here, then, though, is Order's Blade. and is the reason for the slight bit of int that we do need here. This then will buff your weapon with holy damage, based on your incantation scaling from your seal, 75% of it. So, because we're 80 faith with Erdtree Seal, we are applying like an extra 300 holy damage to this Great Club, which by default already has holy damage and faith scaling. So you see now why this is so brutally effective. We are taking what is now a huge strength of this weapon and amping it up to 11. With just Order's Blade on this club, we hit like 1200 AR. That is ludicrous. We add in the basic buffs that we'll always have, and we're up here at 1700. This is why you're killing a troll in one 4000 damage swing. It's actually amazing how crushingly potent this becomes now that we can fully commit to the theme of this club made out of the roots of the Erdtree and that holy goodness surging within it. So, quite simply, we use the Holy Land at range. If we can get the full combo of Golden Land off, we do. Otherwise, we do our double charge attack combo while fully buffed up. We have big colossal swings, and generally, we're just an unstoppable murder machine. But, you know, for the light. And it should be noted that Golden Land has lots of inbuilt hyper armor, which, while definitely useful in PvE, in PvP... makes it absolutely nigh unstoppable to anyone who even slightly underestimates you. Yes, it must be said, the PvP side of this is fantastic. It's so much fun. Oh... So, we have this Golden Land, which will let us pepper them and put ranged pressure on. We can sprint in following the projectiles to then slam down with our slow, yes, but massively far-reaching swings of the club. Ignore the actual running attack, as it's the really lame sort of poke down that a lot of big weapons get, which is a shame. In PvP, we don't use the charged R2 because it's just too slow, so we do swap out the charged talisman and the Holy Scorpion for Dragon Crest and Erdtree +2 respectively to give you a bit more survivability and room to play with, but past that we just apply pressure with Golden Land at range and then we use the Colossal Trading to outtrade anyone. And because of the hyper armor on Golden Land, again, anyone who even slightly falls for it is just going to get annihilated. But more than anything, the simple raw damage output of this club now means that you essentially, against nearly any build that isn't designed to be tanky, just need to connect twice. It does like 800 to 1000 damage a swing against players, which is an utterly monstrous amount of damage to be pumping out in PvP with just a single weapon buff. It is so much fun, and I have been so thoroughly enjoying every duel I have done with this new and improved colossal weapon. So that's sort of it then. We take the club, we use its new faith scaling buff, yet remaining buffable to do said buffable with even more holy damage, fully pump and amp and support that holy damage, mixing some incantations, use the unique heavy attack to absolutely obliterate enemies and bosses alike, and we call it a good day for those that have just true bonk in their heart, but with a little bit of extra belief. It really is super fun, super powerful, and a really good change that I think would be easy to go unnoticed, as it is quite subtle, and no one exactly cared to use this weapon before now. That, I'm hoping, though, will change, as there is a lot of potential here, as you've been seeing. For now, then, like if you have enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below. A goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.